Now at 5, Thanksgiving travel takes off. Millions of people visiting loved ones on the holiday. See how Utah roads are holding up compared to the rest of the country. Plus, progress in a 50-year-old cold case. How new DNA evidence could answer who murdered an Army vet and raped his date back in 1972. And a deadly shooting at a Walmart in Virginia. What we're learning about the suspect accused of gunning down his coworkers.
Live, we're there for you. ABC4 News at 5 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Glenn Mills. Emily Flores has the night off. Thanks so much for joining us. We do begin tonight with millions of people traveling for Thanksgiving. According to AAA, 55 million Americans will be traveling for the holiday, with 49 million people expected to drive. This is a live camera from Philadelphia. A line of red and white lights becoming a common sight there as the Thanksgiving travel rush begins to kick off. Let's take a closer look at home. Right in our backyard, traffic quite a bit lighter. This is I-15 in Salt Lake County at North Temple, moving along pretty nicely. And then down in Utah County, smooth sailing, green lights down there. This is a live look at I-15 at 20th North in the Lehigh area. We're following the Thanksgiving travel rush with team coverage tonight. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy is tracking our holiday weather, and ABC4 Northern Utah correspondent Cade Gardner is keeping an eye on the roads up north. But first, let's check in with ABC4's Ali O'Rulian. She's in Salt Lake County tonight, where police say traffic is expected to pick up. Ali.
Yeah, Glenn, so you're getting a live look right behind me. You can see all of that traffic that's circulating. Right now, it is pretty light, but you do have people coming home for work, and you do have people headed home for the holidays. So let me get behind the camera and show you guys just kind of what we're seeing right now. I'll zoom in on this traffic that we're seeing. Cars are picking up. You see lights are starting to turn on, and cars are headed home. Now, from now until 7 p.m., UDOT says you're going to be seeing heavy traffic throughout southbound in Salt Lake County. To help out traffic a bit, UDOT is suspending any construction projects on the road to open those lanes up, but you're still going to be seeing some delays. The delay in Salt Lake County is expected to be 15 to 20 minutes longer than your typical drive, according to UDOT, until things die down. Now, that's past 7 p.m., and UDOT saying if you continue driving south, you're going to hit another hot spot in Nephi starting now and lasting until about 8 p.m. with about 20 minutes of extra traffic. So when is the best time to hit the road?
Best time is going to be the time that allows you to get to where you need to get to safely, and being sure to give yourself just a little bit of extra time.
Now keep in mind, any of these delays do not include what happens if there is a crash on the road. So stay safe, avoid any crashes so that you don't make traffic even worse. Reporting live in Salt Lake County in Murray, I'm Ali O'Rulian, ABC4 News.
Thank you, Ali. We turn now to northern Utah. Cade Gardner is there keeping an eye on the traffic in Davis County. What's it looking like, Cade?
Glenn, you can see the I-15 behind me, and it's not crazy busy right now, but it has been steadily busy all day. I want to give you a look of what that looked like all day long. From Weber County through Davis County, the I-15 has just kind of looked and felt like rush hour all day long from the morning through now. Traffic engineers with UDOT say drivers should plan for delays, especially on the northbound I-15 in Davis County. They say from now through 7 o'clock tonight, you can expect at least a 10-minute delay. That's just because there's extra traffic out. But many commuters out there on Utah roads today are choosing to keep traveling to a minimum.
Probably just house to house.
You're just gonna stay here in town?
Yeah, the world's too crazy to go anywhere, do anything.
I agree, it is kind of crazy out there to be doing anything nuts this Thanksgiving. Again, if you do plan on being out on Utah streets this weekend, just plan for a little extra time to deal with that traffic. Reporting live in Farmington, Cade Gardner, ABC4 News.
Cade, thank you. If you're one of the millions of drivers who will be hitting the road, Utah Highway Patrol is warning you to clear those windshields. UHP posting these photos of a car crashed into a road sign. You can see the airbag deployed and a frosted windshield with only a few attempts to clear that ice. Troopers say give yourself plenty of time to warm up your vehicle and clear the snow and ice away from all windows. Time now for a first look at the weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy joining us. And Alana, we were just talking about that yesterday with that video out of New York. You've got to clear off those windshields.
Have to be incredibly careful. And this morning, a lot of folks woke up to frosty conditions here in the Beehive State. Okay, it's a busy travel day. We're going to check in on the airports. Throughout the west, we're running on time, but we are seeing delays in different portions of the country as wet weather targets Florida and the southern plains. Delays in Denver as well, running about half hour behind New York. LaGuardia definitely a little sluggish. Also Miami and Dallas seeing some delays. Those other airports running A-OK. I know it's a busy day, and here in the Beehive State, it started busy with just some light flurries. This was video coming out of Davis County. You can see just some light flurries with the haze in the background, but our moving cold front helped us out just a little bit. Only picked up half an inch in Heber. This was moisture starved. We knew we were just barely getting over a trace at Salt Lake International, and that's our second measurable moisture of the season at Salt Lake International. Now we're starting to dry out, but you notice those clouds moving from north to south. Pretty quiet conditions as those flurries dwindle even over the high country. Live look from the ABC4 Colonial Flag Tower camera. 41 degrees with light winds out there. And gosh, as we look at this camera, you actually see some clearer conditions. We're going to talk about air quality, how this front helped out, and how long we get a bit of a break coming up in my full forecast. Glenn, back to you.
Thank you, Alana. After decades of unanswered questions, a Utah family is one step closer to finding out who killed Greg Nickel and sexually assaulted a woman he was on a date with. ABC4's Courtney Johns live in studio tonight with the very latest on this cold case. Courtney.
Glenn, it's been nearly 50 years since Greg Nickel was murdered, but today authorities say DNA evidence has helped them find one of his killers.
I used to have my whole wall was this case in my office here, and that's all I saw it all day long, so that's what I thought about.
It's a case that has haunted Detective Vance Norton for decades.
He goes out on a date and he makes it all the way through, survives Vietnam and comes home and has, somebody take him out like that is just terrible.
November 26, 1972. Greg Nickel and his date sit at a scenic overlook west of Vernal. A man knocks on his car window and shoots him. That man then drives the car to meet up with his accomplice. The two set Nickel's car on fire with his body inside. They drive off with Nickel's date and rape her, leaving her on the side of the highway near Duchesne.
Everybody wants answers, even today.
As science improved and more funding went towards DNA testing, Vance submitted DNA from the sexual assault.
We've had hundreds of possible suspects and leads, and just like I was saying, taking us down these roads, and it was a name that had never been looked at, had never been wrote down anywhere.
His name? Daniel Arthur Bell. Authorities say his DNA was in the database after he was convicted of rape in Oregon back in 1988. Before that, he lived in Utah. While authorities had a match, they didn't have Bell. He died in 2019. His body cremated. Over the next 2 years, Vance says they tracked down other family members, including his children.
It came back as a parent-child relationship, so we knew we had the right guy.
No match for the other suspect's DNA. Authorities believe this new lead will help them find a new suspect.
We have such a good profile that if we get a lead or someone, we can swab them and it's them or it's not. Literally, it will be that easy.
It's been a long time coming for a lot of us.
Vance says this new development has him hopeful that someday he can bring closure to Nickel's family and find the other person responsible.
That way we can get the answers that everybody's looking for is why. Why did you have to kill him?
The woman who was attacked is still alive, and she says the men covered her head when they kidnapped her, but she heard them refer to each other as Tex and Johnny. If you have any information, please contact authorities. We have their hotline listed on our website. That's abc4.com. Back to you.
Thank you, Courtney. A Salt Lake City man will serve 1 to 15 years in prison for killing his landlord. Yesterday, a judge handing down the sentence to Manuel Velasquez. Back in 2019, he murdered David Stokoe, a father of 4 and real estate agent. Stokoe showing up to the property that Velasquez was renting to reportedly discuss paths to rent or evict him. Velasquez pleading guilty in September to a reduced charge of manslaughter. Salt Lake City police have arrested a 21-year-old Ensign College student accused of carrying a gun on campus. Police say on Monday, Bogdan Yurchenko showing up with a gun, showing it to another student while at school. Police were called and say they found the suspect with the handgun and a loaded magazine. Now, according to officers, the suspect says he took the gun to school because he was afraid of recent school shootings. He's now facing gun charges. In addition to traveling, Utahns are rushing to get ready to serve up that Thanksgiving meal, and we are live tonight at Marie Callender's in Mill Creek, where people are picking up their orders ahead of time. Marie Callender's has a tent set up just outside of their store where prepaid customers are showing up to get their desserts. Last year, Marie Callender's says they sold more than 4,500 pies during the week of Thanksgiving. Wow, so far they've already sold 3,000 pies and expect to sell even more. So let's break down some of the most popular ones. No surprise here, pumpkin pies, they've sold 1,000 of those. Chocolate cream, 675. Banana cream, that's the one you can pick up for me if you're out there, 800. And then apple pie, 700. Now, if you're wondering, yes, they will be open tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
Glenn, I was there this morning. I got pecan, and I hit it when there was no line. I'll share with you. Don't worry. Okay, you're looking at Salt Lake City weather extremes as we roll into Thanksgiving. Notice the wettest Thanksgiving in 2019. We saw snow in the valley and at the airport. What's in store for tomorrow throughout the Beehive State? Answers coming up in Utah's most accurate forecast.
And we want to remind you what's news to you matters to us. Report breaking news or share your story tips with us. Contact us on the ABC4 News tip line, online at abc4.com/tipline, or call the number you see right there on the screen.